So God requires separation before elevation. And the reason why he does that, because he has to get you away from old mindsets, old triggers, old traumas. He has to prepare you mentally because honestly, you have to be spiritually prepared in order to go into this next thing. A lot of times we work on our physical, we watch what we eat, we sleep, we drink, all that's okay. But in this next season, you're gonna have to have your spiritual senses aware. You're going to have to be sensitive in the spirit. You're going to have to be able to go in rooms where you feel the atmosphere when you walk in. You know who is who. As soon as a person conversate, you know by that conversation, you see their fruit. And you're going to have to know and pick up on it right away. So a lot of y'all, God is trying to get you sensitive to the spirit. That's why he's nudging you to get more into your word. He's nudging you to get more into your prayer closet. He's nudging you to fast because that's a fast, sure way also that you can hear God clearly. Cut the praise and worship music on. Set the atmosphere for your home. It's almost like when you're about to have intimate time with your significant other, a lot of times what you do, you put some music on, some of you, whatever you do, you got to set the tone, set the stage for what you want in this season. Because what God is going to do, that's called being intentional. When you're intentional about his business, that's when he gets in your business if it's aligned with his purpose for your life. And that's how he opened doors for you. That's how he comes to you in that small voice, but you got to be in a place of you being sensitive in the spirit. You're not going to be sensitive in the spirit if you're constantly distracted with the phone, with binge watching, with Netflix binge watching, or being around the wrong influences that don't want to see you strive, that don't want to see you live to your fullest potential. And that's why he takes you through that lonely season where he kills everything off. He scripts off things that can't go. Old familiar voices, old familiar places that had you bound for a long time. You didn't even know you were stuck. And so a lot of times until you came out of stuff, you didn't even see people's behavior because you was in a spiritual blindness at that present moment. You had a demonic presence over you. You had some evil entities holding you back. You had some monitoring spirits. All those things was clouding your judgment so you couldn't be sensitive in the spirit. And that's why you didn't hear what God was saying. You didn't know what direction to go in because you was crowded. And people don't know when you lay with people, those spirits, whatever person got in them, it jumps on you. And that's why sometimes you can move over and years later still have those familiar spirits connected to you because you never denounced it. You never denounced it and rebuked it at God's feet to leave because you didn't even know what spirits was around you. And that's why you got to be sensitive in the spirit in this season. God will show you what spirits to denounce, whether it's a spirit of fear, whether it's a spirit of anger, whether it's a spirit of lust, pride, whatever it is. All of these things are spirits. And that's why God is trying to get you to put down your shield and your sword in this season because the battle is not, he said the weapons of our warfare is not carnal, but is the pulling down of strongholds. You can't pull down strongholds physically. You got to have that word in you. You got to have the sword of the spirit. That's why he said in Ephesians 6, he said, put on the whole armor of God to get you prepared for what you're about to walk into in this season. The armor is going to protect you. The work, the spiritual covering, the people that God is going to connect to you, it's going to be like-minded people. But you got to get sensitive in the spirit first to know who is who in your life, to know who to connect to. Because partnership is very critical in this next season. God is about to finally partner you with the right people that's going to help birth your vision. And y'all going to bounce ideas off one another. You're going to be exactly what they're looking for in this season. And they're going to be what you're looking for. And you're going to know it once you're sensitive in the spirit. That's why this next elevation, this next promotion is going to be a promotion in the spirit. Once you've been elevated in the spirit, that's when you're ready for promotion. And you're going to know because your conversation going to change. You're going to overcome a lot of stuff. Your triggers and traumas, they got to go. Having emotional stability. Being able to manage your emotions in this season. Being able to walk into a room and not even open up your mouth, but you feel the presence of the Holy Spirit pointing out, this person is this, this person is this. You can get that sense. It can get that good for you. It's elevations in the spirit. It's levels to it. And God trying to get that to you. But you won't get it with the old mindset. You won't get it with a carnal mindset. You got to remove the lenses from your spirit, from your physical eyes, and tap into the spirit and hear what the Holy Spirit is telling you in this season. You guys be blessed today.